And then we have this now. Right, and we're going to get to some of the divisi that I want to do, and then we can just copy this to the cellos. And so you can hear the string section just getting bigger. Let's hear it now with the beat. There we have some pretty nice stuff. Lights, camera, action. Greetings and salutations, boys and girls. Max here for Mellow Media, and welcome to something different. Something not scripted. Something that we will both experience together. So I am busy editing one of my videos. For now, it doesn't really have a title. It's just how to analog is how I saved it. Where I have a segment where I give a brief sort of like history lesson of analog to digital, and I want to make some music for it. Now, since I have a YouTube channel now and other channels, you can subscribe to our Facebook, our TikTok, and so on. We also post over there. I thought, let me document the journey. And so that's what we'll be doing today. We'll be producing instead of mixing. A nice change of pace. And to help us, we have our keyboard over here, MIDI keyboard. Now, usually I play with the guy at the back where Emmett is chilling, and I never really introduce y'all to Emmett, but Emmett is my homie. Wherever home is, wherever you see Emmett, that's home for me, essentially. And that's a deep story over there. So we got the MIDI keyboard. Usually I play with that one, but just for the setup of the studio, it'll be more convenient if I play with these keys. I have my guitars out, so you're going to see me play with all my toys, and essentially how I produce and write a song. And how I came up with the theme, funny enough, is usually I go for walks. And let me just break out the phone here. I like to send myself voice notes of my ideas. So let's hear this idea. So that's like the drums. That's like the drums idea. So like a boom bappy type of idea. And I have like the strings going. And that's really where like that was popped into my head was like the da 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 da, which we're gonna figure out in a bit. So that's what we're gonna build around. Okay, not like that, but you get the point. So kind of like what I have in mind is kind of like this boom bappy, cinematic boom bap type of thing that I've been experimenting with, and I have just the session to start with. So over here we have a clean slate, as you can see, a clean Cubase session. But that's not usually how I make beats, so you guys get to see how I make beats. What I like to do is start with a reference point. I've built a lot of drum kits, I've built a lot of keys and stuff, so I use them as a jump off. So I know exactly which drums I want, since I mentioned like cinematic boom bap. There's the homie Cron Burgundy. So we're busy with the song Till I Fall Off, and I'm gonna use those drums as a jump off, so this session is gonna load, and I'll probably just fast forward this part. So okay, there's the drums. It's kind of like when I spoke about importing your template. I don't have a beat template as such, but I have references, and this is one of them. So I got here, let's see what we got here, if I remember correctly. Okay, let me put on my headphones. So we got the slate kick. Okay, cool. And let's see what we got here in terms of the other kick. Oh, we got the serum. Okay, so let's start, but we don't have a tempo. Let me just hear. I'm thinking it sounds around like 84-ish. Let's hear that tempo. one-ish. That's it. That should be the one. All right. Let us start here. Let's go. Bum. Probably something like bum. Probably something like that. That's a bit early. Bum. Yeah, let's see. Yeah. And then we'll just copy and paste this across and then put like a little thing over. Yeah, let's copy that to the serum and let's hear what we got. Okay, so we're getting a bit of phasing issues with the serum. So I'm just gonna take away some of these bumps because I know this. I'm just gonna mute that. I'm gonna mute that, and I'm gonna mute that, so we don't get those phasing issues. And let's add some dynamics in, but I guess with the kick going away and the serum, it will add dynamics. Yeah. Yeah, I like the snare. So we're gonna just have this on the 2 and the 4. So over here and over here. Maybe I should layer it with that as well. So, I'm so wrong. Oh my goodness. You can see I'm so rusty. I'm so used to this morning. This morning I woke up and programmed some other music. There we go. This should be correct. Yeah. Okay. Now that I'm not, yeah. So I have the serum snare over here. This is the other half of the snare. And what I like to do is, let me just see the fundamental of the snare so I know where to kind of. So the fundamental is roughly G sharp. So I'm just going to drag this down over here, the serum snare, and then I'm going to take this down to G sharp. So it's roughly G sharp, roughly 200 hertz. And let's hear what that sounds like. So if you hear that serum snare, it just sounds like that. And let's see that the fundamental's in the right place. Yeah, roughly not quite G sharp, not quite the same, but we'll tune it in post. So I'm hearing hats that go. So let's see what we have on this kit. Now, when something doesn't work, so for example, it doesn't have the hats or something, I just import another drum kit. Let's have a look at what we have for the hats. Okay, let's try these. And then we program these. So I'm hearing like a. That's what I'm hearing. I'm going to film an episode about how to make your program drums more live. But what I have here is MIDI modifiers with Cubase. You can just select like a preset here. Random position and velocity, and it does sort of like that for you where it makes it sound more live. So if I just had to embellish maybe the position slightly, embellish the difference between loud and quiet a bit more, it sounds a bit more live. And what is this? Oh, it's a shaker. Oh, let me add that as well. All right, so there we have the drum kit, but I'm hearing like a. So we have cymbals over here, the SSD This guy's standard, bro. This guy, like, I don't leave home without him. You know, it's like I miss an opportunity for that. I don't leave without home with. Anyway, there we go. An open hat. Let's see. And I want it to close, so I'm just gonna put that there. Yeah, there we go. Let me take it up. Let's hear it. Oh, that's very cool. Okay. And we have a drum kit. I like that. All right, now that we have the drums, I think it's harmony time. So I'm just going to import some keys over here. Okay, some keys loaded. We got some pianos, some contact pianos. Let's see. So let's go back to our melody. Da, 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 da. Do 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 do. Oh, pressing pause on the wrong thing. Do 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 do. Now, usually my braid is in D minor. No, that's not it. There we go. Da. Dum. Okay, there we have. We have like this almost E minorish. So we can be at any of several keys, and maybe I should start here. This is not a music theory lesson. Yes, it's well beyond the scope of this. So this will assume you know music theory. If you don't, I am. Now, this is the biggest foreshadow ever. I am one of these days coming out with a music academy where I teach music harmony. That's actually what I'm building towards. Too much foreshadowing. Too much foreshadowing. Let's go. Okay, so we have that. We could go A minor, but I'm hearing an E minor. Let's just play it with a beat. Okay, cool. So that's it. So that's E minor. So got an E minor 7 that I'm playing over here. Da, 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 da. And then we have a second half. Let's hear what that was. Da, 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 if I wasn't mistaken. Do do. Do do. So we have that B. So we could go. We could have two chords. We could say. And then maybe go. Broad. A minor. Da, maybe go B and then go back into the. So I have those three chords. Da, let's hear what that would sound like. I'm not used to playing on this. And I'm learning this song as we go. Okay, so that would essentially be the chords, I think. But those are pretty vanilla. And I want some extra spices. So let's try and get some extra spices. Let's maybe go to the maybe go to A like ba 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 ba. They go to chord 6. Da 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 da. Unless we spice it up a bit more. So I like a bit spicy chords. We're just gonna fool around and find something. that B. Okay, so what we can do is that sounds nice, that if. And then I think because we're going to the A, because we go to the A now instead of the C, we can do a passing chord on it. Da, 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 da. And we go to the F again. Wait. Oh, not the F. The B flat. Da. Oh, that's nice. It's da, 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 da. I think we should play that. That sounds nice. It's not going to be perfect, but I'm going to edit it, which is one of the things that I do with my keys quite standard. Forgot. Just copy and paste the chords. It's the same. So we're gonna go here. You can see some of the editing we'll have to do. And the reason I'm not playing the melody with this piano is because I'm gonna play it with the strings because I'm hearing the strings. So what we have to program in is the sustain. The sustain pedal just didn't want to work when I was just like making sure that thing still works. So I'm just gonna program in sub sustain. Program in sub sustain. Just drag those down. Yeah. Copy. Paste. There we go. Copy and paste it the sustain. Now to edit my notes. I like this, but this is a bit too loud. I need the lead note to be this. So your lead lines are very important in that those are the notes that need to ring out the loudest. So you'll often find me editing stuff like that. And let's see if we make this a 9. Let's borrow a note from here. Yeah, there we go. Let's put that 9 in. And we good over here. First inversion. Yeah. And then A, and this note rings out quite nicely. I like that. And then we got that B flat, and we got that B dominant first inversion. Let's just get that bass note nice and up. Cool. And that should be it. That sounds really rad, funny enough. So now let's do the melody. Da, 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 da. Let's save our progress first. Always be saving. And we're going to start with probably the violin. But we'll probably do some octaves, some divisi where there is needed. So let's program that in. Wait. One of the issues with these strings is the latency. It's something to get used to. But that is why we edit. So we know that the A lands on the beat. Da, 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 da. Let me just switch that off. Da, da, da. Do. Do, do. And then I'm gonna just revisit some of this programming below. It's difficult for me to discuss what's happening here. Those that know the strings know. So I'm just gonna do that. Okay, cool. And let's hear it again. That early note is sort of giving me an idea if we could have like the a note slide in. Let me just drag it down here. So just put a D to slide into that E. Now, usually I would program like play each one, but we are going to cheat for the sake of time. And I'm just going to copy and paste it to the next one, drag it an octave down, and create some differences between the two. You'll see what I mean. All right, so I'm just going to take this down to the second violin, and we're just going to, let's do this. Let's take it an octave down. Let's take it to D3. It's D3. It's D3. Let's take it to D3. Let's just maybe punch it up a bit in volume, and let's put it, let's say later. Let's later. And then let's program in some idiosyncrasies so that these articulations are slightly different, because that is essentially what makes a string section, is the slight differences between each player's timing, each player's technique, each player's biology and all that stuff. It's a whole litany of things coming together, coalescing, and at that nexus of idiosyncrasies is essentially the sound of an orchestra. All of those individual elements sounding, singing in one song, essentially.
Message.
So we got two strings now instead of one, and one is an octave lower. Let's just hear that. And we got one an octave higher. Let's hear them together. Okay, cool. And then what I'm going to do is, and like I said, usually I play each individual line because then I have the verisimilitude of an orchestra, in that because each line is played, each line offers different timing, different velocity, like all of those differences. Like I said, they add up, but we don't have the time for this one. So we just gotta copy and paste. And so what I'm gonna do with this one, because now I have a different first violin. So I'm just gonna make this slightly earlier. I'm gonna put it slightly louder, and we're gonna just mess with the articulations just a little bit, so that they are slightly different to the other one, right? So when you mess with the articulations, like I said. So now we have, I would say, four individual voices that sound similar yet different enough. Cool. And we're just going to copy these now into the solo violins, and we have this. And let's save that so we don't lose our progress. And then we're going to take those same violins, so same things that we played, and copy them here. So Alt V. And then we have it now in the violas. And this is where we're probably going to start doing some divisi, some differences in what is being played. Let's just hear the violas. Right. And then we have this now. Right, and we're gonna get to some of the divisi that I want to do, and then we can just copy this to the cellos, and so you can hear the string section just getting bigger. Let's hear it now with the beat. there we have some pretty nice stuff. Now for the bass, it's going to be slightly different, and I guess this is where we can start with a divisi. We're just going to copy these over here. Let's say D2. So this is going to go to da 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 F, and then I'm going to go to the A flat or the G sharp. Da da da. This is going to go to the A sharp, and that is on the B first inversion. So with the bass, that's what we're going to do. We're going to start the divisi there to outline the bass notes that we have from the keyboard. And let's hear that. Let's hear the orchestra now. Okay, let's see some of the differences that we want to program in on the rest of these guys. So for maybe we should start with the violas. Let's just see. But so in this chord we go to da da F. So let me just go back to the piano. We go to da da F, and that E first inversion, da da F and E. So we're gonna highlight those chords with the violas and the cellos. So I'm just gonna take the violas, all of them, and then that's the top note. That A is the top note, and I'm just gonna move that to E because that's the next one. And I'm gonna move this. I want a different note. So probably either the B or the D. So da 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 da. Let's hear that. Now you can hear that harmony coming through. So da da da. So da da. So we're gonna go to that F. We're gonna go to that F. Da da. And we're gonna go to maybe that B flat. I mean E flat. Oh, now we're hearing the harmony come out. So let me just go to the next notes for the cello. So they all keep the pickup da da, but then I'm gonna da da da. So what's next? The C and the B. Those are next because the bass is playing that over there. And then what's next? Da da da. So I got the A, got the F, da 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 da. This D, and let's say B. So let's hear it now. Some nice divisi, and let's look at the harmony of the strings. So if I do this, we can just see how I outline all of the chords over here. Da, 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 da. And we can see if there's anything I want to change. Do, 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 do. I don't have the fifth. So let's maybe have the violas play the fifth. I don't have the fifth over here. The problem is that. But let's do this. Let's do this. There we go. Now I can hear that fifth of the B coming through. And then let's have it with the piano. With a beat, I mean. Woo, now we have buttery strings. All right, so I'm hearing a bit of a B section. Like I want an EP playing some of these things and making it nice and to get that smoothness, that smooth this that I want from the B section. It's gonna be difficult to play. Because the mic's in a way. But you guys get the point. So let me copy the drums and then let's play some EP. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so we should have played that instead of practicing. Let's go. You see why I said we should have played it? Let's go. We messed it up right at the last chord. I think I should play 8 bars. What do you guys think? I think I should play some flourishes. Okay, well, let's just get the basic premise of it. Then I'll play some flourishes in later. Okay, so I cheated a little and I went to the keyboard over there and I actually played this EP. It was just for what I wanted to do. It was not nice over here, so I just reconfigured for a bit. And now that we have reconvened, this is what I played on the keyboard. So as you can hear, it's it's way better than what we had previously. Okay, so now that we have the keys done and some of the strings done, let's save. Let us record some guitar. My plectrum. It's my bank card. Old bank cards that I slice up because I keep losing them. You know, plectrums. There's a place that they go that nobody knows. Into the void. I don't know. But I have plectrums, but I'm keeping them safe for a good day. Okay, the guitar was mostly in tune. Now, let's see what we're gonna do for this section. Okay, so let's play it again. Yeah, something like that, but let's give it some rhythm. Let's try again. That's it. Something like that. Something rhythmic. And we'll fool around and see what works. Let's play that again. Okay, we'll polish it later. But let's just lay down the idea, and then I want some wah-wah. my plectrum just fell, so it means it's in the void now. So I want some wah wah, and I do have a wah wah preset here. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do this, and I'm gonna press this over here. This should basically also just paint over all of the flaws in the guitar I played. So let's go there. Let's not delete my strings. And then I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna program this, and so that I don't bore you guys to death. Wait, where am I? I just need to make sure I'm in the right place. So I don't bore you guys to death, I'm going to fast forward this. So when I snap my fingers, the automation's going to be done. Now we got an A section, which I'm going to play a bit of, and a B section. Okay, so we got an A section, we got a B section, so to speak. First half, second half. And now that I play that guitar, I kind of feel like I want a guitar here. And that's the wrong place. Oh, well, that's a pretty cool effect. Let's... Something like that. Okay, let's record it and see what comes out. Okay. It fills the gaps in nicely without, getting too much. And I think that's it for guitars. Actually, there's a last guitar I want to add, so let's just save that. Right, just an old trick I do to get stuff going, and just add cool like effects. Cloud passage, there we go. Let's hear my voice with it. Yes. Oh. Wow. But when you put it on the guitar, I think that's what we'll do. Okay, let's record while the vibe is still with us. let's just fill in that. Okay, let's hear that. Oh, let me do a slide in, like get the. Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to day 2 of making this beat. I thought we could finish yesterday, but then my daughter walked in as I was about to, do the bass. My daughter walked in and reminded me it was ballet. I was like, oh snap. Then we went to ballet. By the time we got back, we needed to do homework. I needed to be a dad and stuff. So, yeah. But day 2, let's finish this beat. And I think I should just go and just touch up the beard, go and shave, just get Bruce so we can set up the lights. It's a bit overcast today, so we hope the light will be good. But let's finish strong. See you guys in a bit. Okay, so we made it. Now, in the interim and the break, something amazing happened. As my daughter came into the studio and saw that I was filming and making music and such, so she wanted to make her own song, which will debut here, an exclusive, a Mellow Media exclusive. Let's go. About to drop.
I was jellyfishing, jellyfishing. I was jellyfishing, jellyfishing, jellyfishing. And this.
Is that new chicken banana, bro? I might have a hit in my hands. I've been trying for like how many years to, break out as an artist. This could be the hit. I don't know. So I wanted to play bass. Let's get on with bass. All right, let's listen to the beat and then we check what we're gonna play. Okay, so that's where we are. Okay, that's nice. Maybe. Okay, I think we got something. Let's try it. Okay, let's practice one more again and then we try this bass line. No, let's try again. Let's hear that and maybe let's just fill it in. Let's go from the A, so So let's go from that A. Oh, wrong. Nice. Let's hear that. I'm just gonna fold that in. That was a bit abrupt on that A. That boom, ba bum, ba bum. So let's just fold that in. Okay, let's try that again. I faltered at the end, but I think we played the end nicely, so we'll just have that full end. Yeah. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. I might want to replay that guitar that I'm hearing. Let's replay it while we have. I think I'm fine with this guitar over here. Yeah, that guitar is cool. I just want to play the wah wah guitar over now that we have a feel for the song. It's a new day, new energy. Let's see what we get. Oh yeah, real plectrum today. I told you, only for special occasions, in case they go into the void. Okay, let's go again. Like practicing, bro. Like once you hit that record button, something happens. Trust me. Okay, that should be better. Let's just switch the speaker off. I think I missed that B, but we'll fill it in. This note here is letting the ancestors down. I remember hearing that yesterday, but let's replace that note. It's supposed to be a B. Let's go. Okay, we played that. Much better. So I think we missed the B, but it sounds cool. I think we missed that first beat. It's cool enough. And there we go. So now I'm got wah guitar that I'm happy with. We got a nice bass line, and let's save. So one last thing that we need to do, which is really arrange the beat. So what I'm gonna do, wait, before we do that, let me put the guitar down. So I think we just need to add some fills and stuff. Just maybe a crash at the beginning. Like let's do this. Like a crash nyana. You know, so when it comes in, there's like just a yeah. Let's go back. So I want this every like new section. I want like a crash. So we need a fill there. Over there, I just want to fill. For me, fills are quite standard. It's like some of my Just Blaze fanboy vestiges, like beats like Meet the Parents and Breathe, you know, those fills. And I'm around live drummers. So it's something that will probably never leave me, like wanting to do fills, because live music has fills. So I'm lost here. Let's put on a click. There we go. I just want to put little lead up, little bruck, and then so like it goes, so like a real drummer, and that is a bit exaggerated. Let's just make the flam. So yeah, there we go. There we have like a young flam. Only flams. There we go. I'm just gonna do this and just do that. So when I switch this on, it should sound crazy. Okay. So I just wanna accent this with the crash. So on the yeah. And then I'm gonna color this differently. So let's color it so I know where it is. So when I wanna copy it, so I'm gonna color that red. And then we have a fill. So I'm just gonna copy this whole package here so it's easy for me to see. I'm just gonna copy this whole package here. Boom. So let's hear this fill. Nice. Right. And I think that's it. Like, you don't want to do too much, right? You don't want to do too much because I'm going to be talking. And what I'm actually going to be doing is, like the theme song that you'll hear every week, I'm going to be breaking it down into parts. So I'm going to be having, for example, just drum and bass. Right? I'm going to have just keys and guitar. So I'm going to export all of these little bits because I don't know what I'm going to use. If I had time, because with all the editing constraints and time constraints, having to go to ballet, having to record jellyfishing, jellyfishing. Hey, man. You know, like I'm already thinking of a beat for it. So I'm going to have a permutation like this where I just have the band with the strings. And then I'll have a permutation, like say permutation, but now the B section. So I'll have different permutations, and so what I'll do is I'll maybe like copy and paste 2 minutes worth, just so that it runs and so that I can loop it in the session. And yeah, now that I have everything, the folds, the bass, the everything, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rearrange my studio so that I can mix it and arrange it. And yeah, so that it sounds good, even though it's going to be in the background, and it doesn't really matter if the mix is great. And when I say mix, I just mean set levels, especially because it's not going to be in the foreground. I'm just going to set levels. But I guess let's hear it. This is what we've been doing for 2 days. So yeah, jellyfishing. So we're gonna leave it there. That was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun doing this. You have to understand that I'm new to creating this type of content. I don't usually film myself playing and stuff. I don't usually film myself mixing. So this is new for me, and I'm having a blast doing it for you guys. If you like this type of content, let me know and I'll make more in the future. And you can let me know by hitting the buttons on whichever platform you are seeing us. We're on the TikToks, we're on the YouTubes, on the Facebook. We are everywhere. Mellow Media TV, everywhere. Now I just have to think what's coming next week. Yes, it's Global versus Nested Effects. We've had to shuffle. There we go. We had to shuffle the order. But if you shuffle the order of the videos, it comes to the same thing. We've had to shuffle the order of the videos just a little bit in order to accommodate some new ideas and some new requests from our viewers as well. So Global versus Nested Effects. Do hit the subscribe and the follow buttons if you are looking forward to the episode like I am, so you can be notified when that drops. All right, boys and girls, as always, love what you do and do what you love. Peace. It's about to drop.
I was jellyfishing, jellyfishing. I was jellyfishing, jellyfishing.